It's not just panic buying, but it's panicked reactions to everyday things. Everyone wanting to protect themselves and make sure they're all right, which is natural, but a little common sense and a little humanity will go a long way right now. And it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So it occurs when people feel that they aren't going to buy what they want when they want it. The last time that happened in South Africa that I can remember was just before I started consumer journalism. It was 1994, when people felt that there was going to be mass riots and all the doom and gloom and all the fears came to the fore. So people were buying candles and for blackouts. Interestingly, the barest shelves have been in Woolworths. Tells me that's a certain kind of shopper, a certain kind of consumer that's panicking the most and wanting to make sure that they look after themselves. If you think about it, it is actually making the epidemic potentially worse, because someone that would have gone to one shop and got what they needed now thinks, well, I can't go home without toilet paper for the family or whatever it is, a tinned good or pilchards or something, will now go to a second or a third stop and getting back on public transport potentially. And so the interaction with other people is increased, and it's all actually unfortunate, very unfortunate, because that me mentality is not what we need to fight and overcome this pandemic. It's not a time for selfish thinking. The toilet paper thing is intriguing. There's so many other things that you would need if you were forced to remain in your home for weeks on end. It then becomes a group think thing. When you see people buying toilet rolls in bulk, you suddenly think, oh my goodness, I better get for myself because I don't want to run out. And now we end up in a situation where the last few supermarkets I've gone into, there's been not one roll. We're looking up north, we're looking at other countries and thinking, oh my gosh, our numbers are going to become their numbers, and best we make sure that we're not caught short. But the reality is that we all need the same stuff in the same amounts over time. The retailers are saying there is no shortage, it's just we can't put our entire stock in the supermarkets all at the same time, so that's why they have distribution centers. So it's just a case of getting it, it's not a diarrhea crisis, we're not all using more toilet paper, it's just about panic and hoarding. Unless people have got massive freezers, most of that will go to waste. There's a limit to what you can eat. Some of those things don't actually freeze very well. So the panic buying was in many cases ill-advised and quite sad, because it's going to lead to food waste, which is something that there's a global move against. I spoke to Massmart yesterday. They said in their game and macro stores, they are specifically gearing up to have the everyday items available at the end of the month when people get paid, because it's only the wealthy that can panic buy and hoard in the middle of the month. So they're protecting the poorer consumer by making sure that all those essential items that they can only really buy in sufficient numbers at the end of the month when they get paid will be there for them.